Yo, what is good YouTube? I'm Richie Cam, and today I'm going to be bringing you all the performance review on the Giannis Immortality 4. Before we get started, if you all enjoy sneaker content just like this, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down below, and please hit that bell notification button so you never miss another video just like this one. But anyways, let's get right into it. As always, starting off with the traction, the Giannis Immortality 4 features the exact same traction pattern as the Giannis Immortality 3. So what you're going to get is basically like these lines that form like an ellipse pattern throughout the entire shoe. And overall, the traction on here is very, very good. If you're playing on your clean courts, you're going to have absolutely no issues whatsoever. You're going to have an extremely hard bite. This is very, very good traction. If you're playing on your dustier courts, you honestly won't have many issues. Like even on dustier courts, this thing really does bite through dust. I don't find myself wiping often, like at all. And I would say like on dust, maybe your bite isn't as hard, but it is still very, very good. So across pretty much all court conditions, at least, for me, this traction setup has been extremely reliable. It's been very, very good. So yeah, overall traction on the Immortality 4 is very good. So moving on to the cushion, the Giannis Immortality 4 also features the exact same cushion as the Giannis Immortality 3. And I think it's either full length renew or like renew with some other like carrier or something like that. But yeah, I mean, overall, this cushion setup, obviously, for the price point, this is not gonna be the best. I would say this is a overall more firm cushion setup. So if you are expecting a lot of impact protection in the shoe, this is definitely not going to provide you that. This is definitely a more responsive cushion setup. So if you like to be quick on your feet, kind of low to the ground, this has definitely got you covered there. You do have like a little bit of impact protection in the heel, and maybe just a little bit in the forefoot. I wouldn't say this is like the best in terms of actual court feel because you do sit a little bit high off the ground in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, overall, the cushion setup is good. Just expect, a more firm ride. So moving on to the materials, this is where the Immortality 4 differs from the Immortality 3. The entire upper has been revamped and changed. So what you're gonna get on this version is, a like textile upper. It has like pretty much the same textile upper up until about like maybe 3/4 way of the shoe or 2/3 of the shoe. And then in the back, you do have like this foam backed, like almost nylon feeling material. And overall, I think that this material usage is a little bit better than what was used on the Immortality 3. I just felt more comfortable playing the shoe, I guess. You do have, like I said, the textile material. You do have like a fuse overlay in the toe box area for added durability. And then as you move towards the tongue, you do have like your standard mesh tongue. I wouldn't say it is the most padded, but if you do like to crank down your laces, you will be fine in here. You won't feel it digging into your foot or anything like that, which is awesome. So yeah, I mean, overall material usage on the Immortality 3, obviously it's not gonna be the best, but for the price point, for the quality and performance, I think it is actually pretty damn good. So moving on to the fit, I think the Giannis Immortality 4 does pretty much run true to size. I'm a slightly wide footer and I went true to size, and I would still say it is a little bit narrow up in this forefoot area. But I will say after playing in it and breaking it in, it does feel a lot better than when it did when I put it on when it was brand new. I don't really feel the pressure all too much anymore. It is definitely still there and somewhat noticeable, but it is not as constricting as it was when I originally put them on. So my recommendation is narrow footers and normal footers. I think you all are good going true to size. Slightly wide footers, I think you can get away with going true to size as well. Just make sure you do give it some ample time to break in. And then for wide footers, I think your best bet is to go up at least a half size. Besides that, I do think there is just a slight amount of dead space up at the toe box area, but it doesn't really feel bad or anything like that. You don't even notice it really. You do have like a half booty construction, which gives you as close of a 1-to-1 fit as possible. And I did feel very, very snug in this shoe. So overall, I will say that the fit in here is actually pretty damn good. So moving on to the support, I had absolutely zero issues with the support in the shoe. In the heel, you do have an internal heel counter and you do have like this nice heel sculpting as well. And yeah, I had no issues with the heel, no heel slippage, nothing like that. As far as side-to-side movement on the footbed goes, I do think that the materials do a great job of making sure your foot is not sliding off that footbed. So yeah, no side-to-side movement there. As far as hard lateral movements go, I think you're also covered there as well. The midsole does protrude out to form like an outrigger, so you aren't going to be rolling over on those hard lateral movements. And as far as torsional rigidity and stability, this thing is fairly stiff and rigid, so you're also covered there. The support in the Giannis Immortality 4, obviously it doesn't have anything like fancy or anything like that, but the support in here is still very good. So the Giannis Immortality 4 retails for $85 this year, which is actually a $5 price reduction from the Giannis Immortality 3. And you know, Immortality 3, I thought it was a great shoe. For 90 bucks, you know, it's a solid budget performer. For $85, this shoe is also a very solid budget performer. Would I say it's better than the Immortality 3? In my opinion, yes. I enjoyed playing in these more than those just because of the differences in the upper. But is it worth the upgrade over the Immortality 3? Probably not. If you already have a pair of those, I mean, as far as like, you know, the cushion and the traction, like it's the exact same. But if you want something, you know, that's, I guess, like newer looking, or you want to try different uppers or more forgiving for wide footers, I think that you all should grab a pair of these. But either way, the Immortality 4 is a very, very good performer. And for only $85, I really can't complain too much about this shoe. So yeah, I mean, if you all wanted to pick up a pair of these, I'll leave a link for you down in the description box below. But that's pretty much it for this performance review. If you all like this video, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down below, and please hit that thumbs up button for me, leave a comment. It really does help me out. Check out these videos over here, and that's pretty much it. Until next time, peace.